Last days we were doing the revision. Act 3, Scene 2. Page number you should say. Where you have reached. 130, 134. Yesterday's class, last we discussed about Indian mythology. Lord Shiva and Parvati were considered as one person, not as two different persons. You get up. If the chair proper. So that reference is used here. Portia says that Portia and Bassanio are not separate persons. They should know each other and they should discuss and share each every matters equally well. Not only happiness but also sad, depressed experience also should be shared. After listening, Bassanio replies, "Oh, sweet Portia, here are a few of the unpleasant words." After listening this Portia's comment, Bassanio feels that Portia is right in her opinion. So Bassanio says, "Oh, sweet Portia, here are a few of the words. I have received unpleasant information that ever brought for gentle lady. It first symbol my nobody till now has not written such a sad news on a paper." Means he feels that this is the saddest information on a paper. When did I first import my? Then he says that when he met Portia for the first time, he told some important matters. "I freely told you all that I had run in my vein. I was a gentleman. As I was a gentleman, I told you that I am not rich enough." Last two, get up. Where is your book? You come here. Take the book and come here. No, you stay there. You come here. You have book, but you kept it inside the file. Is it? You no, don't go close by. You also come back. You come back. Ah, there. Where you are going? Come back means stay there. Bassanio says that he has already informed that he was not really rich. He showed himself as a rich man, but it is not with his own wealth. It is because of somebody's help. That only he told. He appeared in Belmont as a rich man, but openly he told that he was not really rich. So he told himself that as he was a gentleman, he was not able to show himself as a rich man before Portia. Generally, he has made, but he was not ready to act as a rich man. And they told you true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing. Then he says, according to his wealth, matter of wealth, if it is considered, he is almost equal to, means he has no wealth of his own. So he says that he is at nothing, equal to zero. You shall see how much I was a braggart. And now you look at me, I am looking like a boastful young fellow. I am making an impression of my own. When I did you, my state was nothing. Get up. Come here. Come here. When I told you my state was nothing. Nothing means zero. That in mathematics, you know, nothing, nil, like that matter means zero. I am economically, I am equal to zero. I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. Again, he says that less than zero means minus. If a person having no saving can be considered as economically, he is zero. But he has already borrowed money and he is still left there, that loan is with him, and he is unable to pay it back. Means he is less than zero because no balance and he is unable to return the money. That means negativity. That he says that worse than nothing. He is in negative position, economically negative. For indeed, I have engaged myself to a dear friend. But I am able to do all my activities, economic activities, proper way, not by my saving, because of my friend's help. Dear friend, engage my friend to his mere enemy, and he was not able to help me that time, and he asked from his enemy. That means it is referred as Shiloh. From Shiloh, Antonio borrowed money and handed over me, and with that money, I am showing myself as a rich man. To feed my means. Here is a letter, lady, the paper as the body of my friend. Underline that comparison. This letter is compared to the wounded body of Antonio. And every wound in the gaping wound, every word in the gaping wound issuing live blood. Means you might have seen horror films. Horror film name, the title. If you observe the letter, each letter ending, there is blood stain. Similar way it is told, if he looks at the letter written by Antonio, each letter is looking like the title of the horror film like letters. Means bloodstain feeling is there because during that time there were no gel pen or ball pen like that. They only used direct dip into the ink and write. After writing, if we keep the paper up and down, what may happen? The more ink part will start flowing down. Look, that means when you look at the writing, it will be like the title of the horror film letter, or any horror stories like that. It would be like that. So here also, this letter is also like that. And according to that, then ink, mostly people use ink, red ink that type, blue, green, or black, like that, different colored ink was not available. Only red ink was available because it was made of various various leaves and other natural things. Natural things, after mixing it, it was not totally black or any other color, mostly red color, almost brownish red color it was. So the comparison is almost equal. Means the letter is like the wounded body of Antonio. Each letter is compared to each wound, and blood stain is there. So like that, the comparison is there. Issuing live blood, but is it true, Celerio, hath all the ventures failed, all his business failed, or still it is proper way issuing live blood, but is it true, Celerio, hath all the ventures failed? Can you confirm that? Is all the business failed or one or two left there? Means all the ship sink into the sea or one or two left there. Can you give me proper information? What not one hit? Means at least one was not sailed. From Tripolis, which are the places the ship went? That underline one ship went to Tripolis, another Mexico, a third to England, and Lisbon, Barbary, and India. These are the various ships traveling in various parts of the world, and Antonio expected huge profit from these ships, but now there is no proper positive information about these ships, and not one vessel escaped and dreadful touch of merchant marine rocks, and these all ships hit on various merchant marine rock. Means all the ships hit in the end. It hit on any rock. If climate change, finally it may hit any of the rock. If visibility, less visibility, then also it will be. If the presence of icebergs, that is also like rock. If it is too less, the temperature is too less, the icebergs also like rock. And anyway, finally, the ships may hit on any rock and it may sink into the sea. That will be fine. That means no ship has been saved. Like that, Bassanio told. Till there, all of you read it. Salario, not one, my lord. Salario replies that according to the information, no ship is saved. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the due, means if Antonio is able to return 3,000 ducats easily from any source, that also may not be possible. Why? He would take it because China is not ready to receive it. Because time is already over, 90 days agreement. Now it is outside, means about 90 days it is. So it is not possible. He would not take it. Never did I know a creature the shape of man. I have not seen such a creature having human shape. Means Valeria compared Shylock as a cruel creature, not as a human being, only human shape. So keen and greedy to confound a man. And he is very greedy. Underline that his nature, keen and greedy. He is a greedy man and he is very keen, very sharp to do revenge. He plays a duke at the morning and at night. Early morning till till night, many times per day. The Duke was disturbed by Shylock because Shylock went to the Duke with request that arrest Antonio and start legal procedure. And the Duke was not ready to do instantly because really Antonio was the friend of Duke, and the Duke has lot of difficulty to start the legal procedure. But he cannot ignore it as he is in a legal position, legal authority. He has some responsibility too that Shylock knows and doth envisage the freedom of the state. Underline that. And he tried to insult the freedom of the state. Freedom is depend upon what? Freedom of the nation or freedom of a person depend upon rules. If we have rules, suppose without any rule, if we are allowed to live, or strict rules are there to follow, which one give you more freedom? Without rule, there is no restriction. According to a person's wish, people are allowed to live one way. Another way, strict rules are there. Each and every time, each and every matter should be clearly followed. That one gave you more freedom. With the rule, you may get maximum freedom because all are ready to follow the rules, and your chance will be there and you can have proper chance to get. Otherwise, if there is no rule, those who are able, influential people may get maximum enjoyment in their life, and those who are not that much able may suffer a lot. That means equality will not be there in the society. If equality is not there, freedom will not be there. Few people may enjoy freedom. That may not be considered as real freedom. And such a situation when we face, then only we may come to know that we are able or not. Now we may feel that we are able. But the people, those who are more able than us, means more abilities, others may have. And such a situation, we may be defeated and we may be pushed back. If equal opportunities are given to all, and we may enjoy, according to our wish, we may not be able to enjoy the happiness, but minimum happiness we may be able to enjoy. So freedom is depend upon rules and regulation. That means that here Shylock adds the value of the freedom in Duke. Duke is insulted. Able to maintain freedom in the society means he has to take proper step immediately. So, like that insult he has done, if they deny him justice, then he feels that Shylock feels that he may not get justice. That means he is not able to get a pound of flesh. That was his fear. That was why he made such an argument. If they deny him justice, 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the Magnificos of great port, because of the disability in Duke's life. What was the disability? According to the authorized power, he was able to arrest any of the person and start the legal procedure. As a human being, he had lot of restrictions. Both he has to maintain as a human being, as an authority. Both he has to do his duty. So, the Duke went through a middle path. What was the middle path? He wanted to arrange a settlement between Antonio and Shylock. For that, he made a committee of 20 people, very rich people, rich merchants, religious leaders, political leaders, like that, socially important people, 20 people together, and one of the member was Duke himself. And in that committee, who was called? Shylock was called. For what? For a discussion. And the Duke aimed to settle the matter in that committee, and the committee members are altogether considered very rich, and they can settle 3,000 ducats easily. That was put forward before Shylock, but Shylock was not ready to follow it, and he was not ready to accept it. And the magnificence of great part means the VIP people of various categories, maybe religious, political, or official, or business, like that, various field, various people were called as a meeting, and Shylock was also called there. How all persuaded with him, all of them tried to make him understand, to withdraw from the demand. But none can drive him from the envious plea. But his demand was out of jealous. Whose demand was? Shylock's demand was out of jealous. So he did not want to get money. He wanted to satisfy his jealousy demand. That was why he was not ready to agree to it. Of forfeiture of justice and his bond. He only demand for a pound of flesh according to the agreement. In the agreement written that after 90 days, a pound of flesh should be given. He only demanded for a pound of flesh. He was not ready to receive any amount of money. Then Jessica was also there, and she confirmed it. What is the aim of her father? Jessica says, when I was with him, when I was with my father, I have heard him swear. He took an oath. He promised for his friends, to Tobel and Chose, underline two friends. Tobel and Chose are two friends of Shylock. And how many Jewish fellows, Jewish characters are mentioned here? Who are they? One, these two here. Tobel, Chose, Shylock, Jessica. Shylock's wife's name? Lee. These are the five characters that you have to note it. This 100 type answers you have to remember. Maybe the question may be like that. One of the following is not a Jew. One person may be different, and these may be the other names. And you should be able to find out which one is not and which are they. So five characters mentioned there in the whole drama. Lee. So as a character, name given, that's all. For a question it is enough. Here, what all matter doubt is there, you ask me. Don't discuss there. That he would rather have Ananias' flesh than 20 times the value of the sum. That is a most important point described there. He openly told his friend that as a part of promise, he told that even he was not ready to receive 20 times the value of the sum. 20 times the value of the sum, how much it will be? 60,000 ducats. That is why, in the end, Portia provide 60,000 ducats value of gold. He sent with Bassanio to save Antony. So here, that amount is very important. 20 times means 60,000 ducats. If it is offered, he is not ready to receive it. Value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with the poor Antonio. Jessica's opinion is very important there. Why? Jessica's these comments are very important in this particular situation. Why? Oh. Jessica's opinion is very important in this particular point of time. Why? Shiloh's daughter then. Not about her is the matter. That already. Matter is long experience she has. What is the nature of Shiloh? Others met Shiloh often and when here and there, sometimes. But Jessica's life was with him for a long period of time. So exact opinion is Jessica's opinion. That is why in this particular point of time, Jessica's opinion should be considered more than the opinion of the other characters. Portia, is it your dear friend that is thou in trouble? Portia is unaware of the importance of Antonio. So Portia says that is that the person who has provided huge amount of loan, is he your best friend? Then Bassanio replies, the dearest friend to me, the kindest man, the best conditioned and unworried spirit in doing courtesies. Bassanio says that he is the kindest man. Which are the qualities underlined there? Friend, kindest man, best conditioned, unworried spirit, and doing courtesies. These are the various qualities of Antonio mentioned by Bassanio. Now, many times, different qualities told, but these are the qualities told now. And one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draws in Italy. Roman honor. Nowadays, people like to get citizenship in various parts of the world, especially Europe, America, Canada. If it is in Europe, people first preference is England, then France, Italy, Germany, like that, various places we may prefer. Why it is like that? But in the American continent, if we prefer USA or Canada. But we don't prefer any of the African country. Mostly we may not be ready to prefer. Or if you are allowed to give the citizenship in Pakistan, immediately you may say no. There is no need to think about. No, I don't want. Better to be as an Indian. Why? Because various citizenship having various level of honor, respect. And in ancient time or medieval period, Roman honor, Roman citizenship was the highly reputed citizenship because Roman people maintained certain level of a standard of living. Nowadays, we prefer to go abroad, especially Canada, America, or European countries, because they are keeping a certain level of standard of living they are maintaining. We expect that the near future we may not have such a standard of living that we are not ready to expect. That is why we prefer that. During Shakespeare's time or before that, Roman rule was almost all part of the world, and Roman citizenship was considered as the highly reputed citizenship. And out of that Roman citizenship, the most respected person is Antonio. Means he belonged to the Roman Empire and he is the citizen of Italy and at the same time rich, honest businessman and honorable person. More appears than any that rose breath in Italy. That underline, last line underline, it is a hyperbole. Those who are in Italy, if we consider among all the people of Italy, the most reputed fellow is Antonio. Last one, get up. Stand up there. Stand there. Look at the book. Means here, Bassanio wants to say that Antonio is highly reputed. That's all. For that, there is a hyperbole used there. And we cannot say that one particular person is the most reputed fellow and nobody else is equal to him. That we cannot say. And within a short period of time, changes may happen. And at the same time also, I have to wait for you to talk. I have to wait for you to talk. Is it? What it means? You tell me. You told me 1 minute. Means I have to wait for, and we all should wait for you. Talk. What a student you are. I have to wait for you. Minimum sense you have to use. You stay proper. Don't walk here and there. Portia, what some owe he the Jew? Now also Portia is unaware of the amount, for what purpose, how it is handed over, and all the details she is unaware of. She comes to know that Bassanio borrowed money and it is with the help of his best friend Antonio, and what is the amount she asked? Bassanio, for me 3,000 ducats. Then directly told 3,000 ducats, that we already know. Portia, what no more? That is very important. Underline that. What no more? Why she told like no more? Because Portia is very rich and for her 3,000 ducats is not even an amount. Means according to the standard of the person, a particular amount different way. Earlier, for a income certificate, something, we may approach a village or during my time, means when I was in school, that time we needed